Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nocturnal Gaming Network. My name is Xeriua, and today we are playing Assassin's Creed number 2. Last time we successfully liberated the markets from Silvio Barbarigo, and we ended up assassinating him. Alright. No, we have a mission to do. Put your sword back, Ezio. We have a mission to do. We must come over here and do something. So let us do that.
Where is Emilio?
I told him to be here.
You told him yourself, in person?
Yes, myself, in person. I'm concerned that you don't trust me.
As am I. Perhaps you'll arrive with the others. Walk with me.
Don't like his beard. It's like, it makes me think of like a goat. He looks like a goat. So there. Anyway, birds of a feather. We must tail the Templars to eavesdrop on their meeting.
So, how go things in the palace?
Honestly, it's difficult. Mocenigo keeps his circle close. I've tried to lay the groundwork, making suggestions, but he has other voices at his ears.
Then you must work harder. You must become part of his inner circle.
See, I understand. But it's harder than I expected.
And why is that, Carlo?
I don't know, he just... the Doge doesn't like me.
I wonder why.
It's not my fault. I keep trying to please him. I learn what he craves and I have it delivered. The finest jams from the orchards of Sardinia, the newest fashions from Milano.
Yes, and that's called being a sycophant.
A what? What did you call me?
A doormat. A flatterer. A bootlicker. Need I go on?
Bastardo. You don't know what it's like. You don't understand the pressure in there.
Oh, I don't understand pressure.
No, you have no idea. You are a government official. I am 2 steps from the Doge himself. I am beside him day and night. You wish you could be where I am.
Are you done?
Hardly. You listen to me now. I am jealous. The Doge can be recruited to our cause. I'm sure of it. I need a little more time.
Time is not a thing we have in great
All right, you know what to do.
Okay. So apparently they're done talking.
My feet are killing me. Can't we sit down inside somewhere?
Do you know anywhere truly safe to discuss things such as these?
Are they done now? I think they're done.
Lidan.
Buongiorno, cousin. Signor Carlo?
We thought Emilio would be with you.
Emilio is dead.
What? How?
The assassin. The same one who hunted down the Pazzi. He's here in Venezia.
E così? Silvio, did you not know? He could be anywhere. He could be here right now and we might not even know. He struck Emilio inside his own palazzo.
And so? What of our plans?
There is no longer time for subtlety, my brothers. We must act now.
But Marco, I'm so close. A few more days, if I can just...
No. It happens this week. We should keep moving.
What does the Spaniard have to say of this change of plan?
Agreed.
You can ask him yourself soon enough.
He's here? From Roma?
So I've heard.
Good. Perhaps he's made a decision.
About what, cousin?
About which of us shall step into the robes of the Doge?
I didn't know there was a decision to be made.
Right, go.
Surely the choice is obvious to all.
Obvious indeed. It should be the one who organized the entire operation. The one who came up with the idea of how to save the city.
There is no lack of value in tactical intelligence, good Silvio. But it is wisdom one needs to rule. Do not think otherwise.
Calma, calma, amici, please. There's no need for this. You know it's not up to either of you. For all we know, you may not even choose a Barbarigo. And why not me? I'm the one who's done all the hard work.
Basta! We wait for his arrival.
Are you sure he's coming?
Yes!
Signori, we should move a little faster. I feel eyes on us.
Thank you, Dante. We will move at your pace.
This guard's a good find, cousin. How much did you pay for him?
Perhaps not as much as he deserves. He saved my life on 2 occasions, though he's not much of a conversationalist.
Enough with your inane prattle. The choice of Doge was never up to any of you, and you were never given permission to make plans.
Forgive us, Maestro. We wish only to serve.
The plan is this. Doge Mocenigo will die tonight. And once the deed's been done, Marco shall take his place.
Vi ringrazio umilmente, Maestro.
Good. Messer Grimaldi, you are closest to Mocenigo. You work the most vital. Serve us well, and it won't be forgotten. Walk with me. I don't want any blood spilled, you understand? It goes quietly.
Certo, Maestro.
When are you closest to him?
I have full run of the palace. He may not care to hear what I have to say, but he trusts me by now as one of his own.
Bravo. Then I want you to infiltrate the kitchen and poison his meal.
So be it.
Marco, can you furnish us with a suitable toxin on short notice?
I defer to my cousin. That is really his area of expertise.
Ah, Silvio.
I am at your service, Maestro.
What can you bring to get this done?
I will confer with my associates in the streets, but chances are good that I can procure some cantarella.
Yes, and what is that?
It is a most effective form of arsenic and difficult to trace.
Ah, va bene, va bene. Then it's decided.
I've got the remedy for how can we help? Good for a while. That's on merchandise to your liking. That's on merchandise to your liking. Man with big strong hands, a little coin. I've got the remedy for all that understands. Lisa, have you ever seen more beautiful man? Big strong man with big strong hands. Man understands.
Okay, so maybe they're finally done talking. So, sorry for the long stint without saying anything, but I didn't want to interrupt the Templars' schemes with my,
Forgive me, Maestro, but is this not perhaps a tad dangerous for you? Involving yourself so intimately with the minutiae of our plans.
I feel the need to involve myself more directly. The Pazzi disappointed us in Firenze. I pray you will not do the same.
Do not worry this time. The Pazzi were a bunch of foolish...
The Pazzis were a potent and venerable family, reduced to rubble by one young assassin. Do not underestimate this troublesome foe, who now haunts your city or the same fate will befall the Barbarigo. I want this done promptly. Bene, I must return to Roma. Time is of the essence. Do not fail us.
Che idiota sono. I should have kept my eyes on them. I need to go and see Antonio if I have any hope of salvaging this mess I've made.
Okay. So now I think we're officially done with the little walking cutscene. So we must go and see Antonio, and we will get some more information on our next step. But it looks like the Templars are planning on killing the ruler of Venezia tonight. We cannot allow this to happen. But how are we going to stop them? How are we going to get into that palace?
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you?
Haha! You found another one! How exciting!
Yes, quite exciting, Leonardo.
This one's easy. You just move every other letter.
Here.
Alright. So, now, let us talk with Antonio.
Salute, bello mio. Come stai? You back to see me already?
Desolato, mia cara, but I am not here to play. I must speak with Antonio. It's urgent.
Antonio! Ezio's here!
Well, that was fast.
Ezio, is everything all right?
Carlo Grimaldi and the Barbarigo are in league with the one they call the Spaniard. They're going to murder the Doge and replace him with one of their own. They will have all of Venezia, their entire fleet, in their grasp.
And they call me a criminal.
Then you'll help me.
You have me on your side, brother. And the support of all my men.
And women.
Grazie, amici.
But, Ezio, I must warn you. It's not going to be so easy this time. Palazzo Ducale is the most heavily guarded building in Venezia.
Nothing is impenetrable.
This is why we like you, Ezio.
Come, let's go take a look. We'll come up with a plan.
Okay. Discover a way to infiltrate the Palazzo Ducale.
This business with the Doge. Terrible. Though, treachery like this no longer surprises me. When I was a child... Barbarigo. No! I say we. Sink the city and its people. The nobles seek to make... You have no business.
And that is why the assassins strive for freedom.
We need to scout the palazzo carefully. See it from every angle. We just might find a way in. I know of a tall campanile behind the palazzo. Or we might find a way to climb the back of the basilica. Do you have any ideas?
I assume the front door is out.
Va bene. We'll try the front door as well, Saputello.
Alright, so... The Campanile di San Marco. I think that's this tower right here.
So, what do you think?
We're not getting in this way. They'll have time to murder the Doge before we're able to get through all these guards.
Alright, I'll have to come back for this. Let's make our way out back here, I guess. Yeah, that tower looks like it's our next destination right there. Wow. So there is nothing that I could climb up the back. Or could I over there? Maybe. Well, I'm right here. I have some treasure. Ooh, almost 1,000 florins? People are getting generous with their treasure that they leave out. Now, we must climb up the building here. And we will remove our wanted level. And then I believe our next task is to climb to the top of this tower. Oh. Have to make this one special so Antonio can climb it also. Okay, now I want to hit the viewpoint. There we go. Alright, and now we can scout away.
Look at that. Archers everywhere.
And the walls are impossible to climb on this side.
Okay. Apparently, he cannot do an assassin's dive like us. Oh boy, Antonio, what are you useful for? You can do it. Come on, Antonio. Let's go. So there is no way I could climb up to the top there either. The Basilica di San Marco. So, where does it want us to go? Does it seriously want us to jump? Yes? Ooh. Okay. So what is this? So there's a wrought iron fence that prevents us from getting up onto that. Oh. I have to be down on the ground? Really? I just got up here. Come on. Okay, well, whatever. There we go. Now we can go jump in the hay. Right here. And then this must be where Antonio said we could climb. Now we just need to wait for Antonio to climb down. Or fall. Maybe he'll fall. That would be a lot faster. Come on, Antonio. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Bene. We're in luck. Looks like there's a perfect path up the scaffolding to the roof of the Basilica. Shall we?
Well, considering I already found us a way up there, a better way, in my opinion. But you know. Yes, I guess we shall. Where are we going now? We're going right to the fence. Come on, Ezio, you could climb over this. Like, you should be able to just, you know, kind of jump and just boom, and we're there. Alright, what do you have to say?
Isn't that him? Grimaldi!
Don't you understand what I'm offering you, Signore? Listen to me, please. Or this will be your last chance.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. Mi dispiace. I meant nothing by it. I'm only looking out for your safety.
We're running out of time. There's no way through this fence, and there are guards everywhere. Diavolo!
On me.
It's impossible. There's no way in or out for men. Only birds.
Yes. Birds.
Where are you going now?
To see my friend Leonardo.
Okay. So Ezio has a plan. And I don't like this plan. It involves Leonardo da Vinci's mysterious flying contraption, I'm sure. And, you know, that can't go over well. Come on, Ezio. Go around there, please. Thank you. Okay, so I think that in this area there are two different glyphs. There's one on those buildings, and then there's one on this building. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. There you go. Yes! Ooh, the pentagram painted in the middle.
It happened in 1908. Or was it 2008? 1708? I can't remember!
Okay. So, we have the glyph. Now we must climb to the top of the building. Well, that's an interesting relief. A lion's head? Maybe? Let us synchronize. Okay. So, let us take a minute, since we have gotten a bunch of recent entries. Oh wow, actually, we have a ton of recent entries here. So, let's read. We have the District of San Polo. The District of San Polo is home to the famous Rialta Bridge and Venice's oldest church, San Girolamo di Rialto, which dates from the 5th century. It also contains the Santa Maria Gloriosa de Ferrar, one of the largest churches in Venice. Merchants flocked to San Polo to sell their wares. Small wonder the palazzo of Venice's most powerful 15th century merchant Emilio Barbarigo is located here. Venezia. So likely established sometime around the late 7th century, Venice's lagoon-locked location was the result of Byzantine settlers attempting to hide from Lombard invaders. By the Middle Ages, the city had grown into a great naval power. Its strategic position at the top of the Adriatic meant that ships taking goods inland had to go through Venice, filling its coffers with money and commerce. Entering the late Middle Ages, Venice exercised influence over both its neighboring states and the Church. When the Fourth Crusade rolled around in 1202, the Crusaders required transport on Venice's ships, with the Venetian Doge Enrico Dandolo agreed on the condition that the Crusaders retake the Dalmatian city of Zadar and then capture Constantinople. When Constantinople fell, the city was sacked by the Venetian fleet, which stole, among other things, 4 bronze horses as ornaments for the Basilica San Marco. Now that's what I call faith-based incentive. As Venez's wealth grew, so did its fleet. Through the sea battles, she gained Byzantine territory, Hungarian territory, and destroyed the Genoese fleet. Venice's fortunes were so entwined with the sea that every year the Doge would throw a ring into the lagoon while saying in Latin, "We wed thee, sea, in the sign of the true and everlasting Lord." Despite much eye-raising about the godliness of sea-human relations, the Pope sanctioned the marriage. So the ruler of Venezia is married to the sea, according to this. By the end of the 15th century, Venice was quite possibly the wealthiest city in the world and second largest city in Europe after Paris. But the rest of Europe had had enough. France, Spain, Austria, and Hungary joined together in the League of Cambari, partnering with Pope Julius II to crush Venice. But Venice was able to weather the storm, ultimately keeping her territories even after several disastrous defeats. But she would never expand again. Turkey attacked in the 18th century, and Venice began a long decline, which ultimately ended in 1797, when Austria took control of the Republic. Okay. So we have the San Marco district, the heart of Venezia. San Marco is the administrative district. Everything circles around the Palazzo San Marco and the Palazzo Ducale. There are lots of other landmarks to see here, including the famous Church of San Marco. Alright, and we have the Santo Stefano. If I were there, I'd race you to the top of the church. Okay? So, this Gothic church was constructed in the 13th century, then rebuilt in the 14th. It's notable for being the resting place of the Doge, Andrea Continari, as well as the fact that Martin Luther once said Mass inside. Okay. So, we've got a glyph on this weird building here, the Torre del Orologico. Constructed in the late 15th century as a display of Venice's wealth, the Torre del Orologico displayed the time of day, the current phase of the moon, and for those of us who believed in all that human behavior is governed by little shapes in the stars, the dominant sign of the zodiac. According to legend, the designers of the clock face were blinded once their work was complete, so they could never duplicate it elsewhere. Well, this is probably bollocks. The designers did live inside the clock tower for the rest of their lives to maintain it. Oh, well then. Alright, the Torre del Orologico ended up serving one very important practical purpose. It was used by sailors in the nearby harbor to time their departures with the tides. So it's useful. Now we have Antonio. So, he was born in 1443 and is the leader of the Gilda di la Rede di Venezia, or the Venetian Thieves Guild. Antonio was born at the very bottom of Venetian society. Records indicate his father was a cobbler, while his mother was a live-in maid for the Bellini family. Teaching himself to read and write between apprenticeship sessions with his father, Antonio applied to the University of Padua, but was denied due to his low social rank. Documents found in several Italian archives indicate that he applied to other schools around Italy as well, and was denied at all of them. Around 1465, he drops out of the record books, only to re-emerge 4 years later in connection with a robbery of a notable Venetian estate that happened to be owned by the rector of the University of Padua. In a statement recorded by the city guards before Antonio mysteriously escaped from prison, he said, "Hard work is not enough to gain superiority in Venetian society. If one truly wants more, one has to take it." So he sounds like he's trying to be a Robin Hood type person. So the Campanile di San Marco. So it has a glyph. We already got the glyph. This was originally built as a watchtower in the 9th century. The Campanile di San Marco was later transformed into a bell tower. Each of the 5 bells has a special purpose. One announces the Senate, another announces midday, a third the opening and closing of the workday, the 4th council meetings, and the 5th and final bell, executions. So we have the Palazzo Ducale di Venezia. The Palazzo Ducale was constructed from 1309 to 1424 in the Gothic style as the residence for the Doge, or rather his prison, since the Doge was rarely allowed to leave once elected. The Doge was the highest-ranking elder in Venice and served in his position for life. In 1172, the selection of the Doge became entrusted to a committee of 40, the 40, whose members were chosen by the Venetian Great Council. Venice liked to think itself as a republic, meaning that the people could participate in the government. When the Doge took office, he was introduced to the people with these words: "This is the Doge. If it pleases you." In fact, members of the Great Council were appointed by the 40, which in turn chose the 40. Aha. See the problem there? Yeah. Candidates for the Great Council were selected by a microscopical pool containing only noble families, and although the Doge could nominate anyone to the council, the 40 and the council itself had to approve the nomination. Because the general population was largely uneducated, the election rules were purposefully complicated, and the council controlled the guards. Venice followed the historical norm. The people got screwed. Sounds like everywhere else. So we have the Basilica San Marco. The Basilica San Marco was first built in 828 to house supposed relics of Saint Mark stolen from Alexandria. The present Byzantine-style basilica was constructed in 1063. Check out the facade. Many of the decorations were brought back from the Crusades or given as gifts from wealthy merchants. The church was considered the Doge's personal chapel. A passageway inside connects the Palazzo Ducale next door. Alright, and last is Carlo Grimaldi.
Carlo Grimaldi. Emerging from his palace in Monaco with a craving for political power, Carlo quickly became a key guest at the tables of Venetian nobility, while his reputation for discretion earned him entrance into the back rooms. Here's how the old bastard ended up in the Council of 10. While visiting the head of the council, Ignacio Contarini, Carlo ran into Ignacio's daughter. Desperate for help and aware of Carlo's trustworthy reputation, she confided in him. Her father had arranged her marriage, but she wanted to run away with the son of one of the servants. They'd been in love since they were children, and they planned to start a new life in Milan, where they could be free of her father. Carlo suggested immediate action, an escape by ship that night. The two lovers followed his instructions, and as they climbed the gangplank, they were free. That is, until Ignazio appeared on deck. Carlo was rewarded for his loyalty to the Contarini family, while true love, well, see for yourself.
Templars. Okay, so there is hay in 2 different places. Let's go for this hay. Uh-oh. Okay. It's just outside of the red zone. That's good. Now, this big building right here is supposed to have a... Oh, I don't know how I just walked through all them without bumping into anyone. It's a miracle. I don't know how it happened. But I don't want to fight right now. I want to find this last glyph. Uh-oh. But we'll have to throw this guard off the edge here.
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know. Okay. So. I'm not exactly sure what this building, like the exact size of this building, like what is what. But it's like this whole gargantuan courtyard here, so we're just gonna start on one side.
Bring him back.
Ow! Oh no, Ezio! Oh, phew! I almost fell off. Oh, come back! Climb up, Ezio, please. Okay.
Reminds me of drunken deficienti dancing the saltarello.
Okay, so now I can kind of push you off like that. And there's another one somewhere. Or not. Okay, so back to looking for this. We have a little treasure down there, but I don't really care about a tiny bit of treasure right now. Okay. No, so I don't see...
Don't lose him!
Oh! Get off here.
Avanti, mi stai annoiando.
Ha ha ha! Ezio, you taunt them as they fall towards their death? That's not very nice. Ooh. Is it right here, or is that a feather? It's a feather. Oh no. Oh, there are all these little areas. I'm never gonna find this. Okay. It could be the entire length of that. Okay, what's going on down here? Maybe it's right here? Nope. No. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't see it right here, so let's deal with this guard.
There he is! Who won't escape?
Don't worry, I'm not trying to escape, man. I'm looking for a glyph. Oop, he went splash. Ker splash. Aha! Right here! So there. The bunker. No. Nope. Not ready yet. Alright, we are almost done though. If we go to our database and look at the truth, we have 3 more to find. 3 more to unlock. And then we shall be done here. Oh. And the Basilica. The Basilica has an assassin's tomb. So I think I want to just jump across and say hello to these guards. Oh, he just completely missed. Who's next? You're next.
Not on my watch.
No? Not on your watch? Okay.
Faster! We're losing.
Goodbye. No? Okay.
Get him to the PI. Today's final bonfire is still an hour away.
Take that! I love this sword, it's so fast. Through the leg!
Get your hands off me!
No. Now, where is this entrance to the assassin's tomb? Oop. We have treasure over here. Oh, I missed it. It's right there. Right here. Okay. Well, I think that this is a wonderful time to end the video, guys. So, next time when we come back, we will start with this assassin's tomb. And from there, who knows? We need to make our way to Leonardo da Vinci so we can use his flying contraption to... I assume we're gonna, like, jump off that tower or something and try to glide in to the Doge's palace. But we shall see. So thank you all so much for watching. My name is Xeriua, and this is the Nocturnal Gaming Network. Have a wonderful night.